So, long time no update, probably because things have been relatively stable and I've had nothing to update. Still on my peg tube, still on the peg tube for life, still on 18-hour feeds, still battling many malnutrition, vitamin deficiency things popping up, and just none of them worth mentioning. It's just more a pain in the ass than anything else. Just things you gotta keep on top of. But as of yesterday, I may have an update. Oh, by the way, this is my new cool jumpsuit. I'm in love with it. Thought I'd share. So, I've as of previous videos that I had a really bad peg infection with an abscess that nearly killed me back in 2020. And I picked up a surface level peg infection, so I hadn't traveled down the stoma, I hadn't caused an abscess, but was passing around the top part of my stoma. So I've been treating that with my GP with celofexin, which is like a skin antibiotic, like a skin condition antibiotic, and with Aquacel gauze and with antimicrobial gauze as well. And it wasn't really getting much better, and I was starting to get a bit concerned because it'd been a few days and I was starting to feel a bit worse and worse, and I was doing a lot of bed rest, doing a lot of laying down and sleeping, and it all sort of came to a head yesterday when my partner came home from shopping and was sitting on the end of the bed trying to get some yogurt or nutrients into me at all, because I hadn't been able to feed because of the infection. I hadn't been able to connect up to my machine or anything like that. And so he was talking to me at the end of the bed, and he said I was talking, and then he said I sort of started mumbling, and he thought I was falling asleep, and then I went limp and non-responsive, and I started vomiting while I was unconscious and with my head back and choking on my own vomit. And he had grabbed me by this point and put me in the recovery position and was shaking me and trying to wake me up and trying to clear my airway. And with one hand he's trying to hold me and trying to keep me in the recovery position and making sure that if I kept vomiting, I vomited out. And then on the other hand, he's trying to get 000, trying to get the ambulance on the phone. He's panicking. He's screaming for my roommate, and my roommate's in her room studying with her headphones in, can't hear a thing. One of those things. So we're very lucky. Apparently my breathing was very shallow and not very regular. He was rubbing my back and trying to encourage me to breathe and trying to keep me, tapping me and calling my name. Don't remember much of this at all. And then what happened is the ambulance was there, lights blazing, full disco, within 5 minutes. They were quick as bunnies. And they've come, and I've sort of semi woken up. I don't recall much of it. And they've tried to put a line in me, blew out a vein, couldn't, gave up, decided to just load me in and just take me straight to ER. I have steps at the front of my house. They had me on this weird step thing. I don't have apparently I was loving bouncing up and down the stairs, and I was in and out of it. My head's lolling around. I'm in and out of consciousness, vomiting. My partner is an absolute mess. By this point, this is probably the 5th or 6th time he's actually physically saved my life. Not like I'm talking emotionally or spiritually or, healed me from childhood traumas, or I'm talking this man has physically saved my life. But this is probably the 6th time. What do you do with that? How do you reward that? How many pancake breakfasts do I make to say thank you for my own life? Anyway, so we go straight to ER, and they hush me through pretty quickly. My pain, by this point, I've run out of tapentadol, my pain med, 2 days ago. I've had Lyrica that day. My ondansetron antiemetic has not worked at all. I'm vomiting through that. So what they've done is they've given me fentanyl through a nose spray, 3 sprays of that. I did not feel a thing. I'm the Keith Richards I could give Keith Richards 10 runs for his money. This is ridiculous at this point. And then they've given me 3 tapentodols. Now, if you don't know what tapentadol is, it's a benzoid opioid. It's used for neuropathy pain. It's 3 times stronger than tramadol. And the usual dose for a normal person who doesn't have liver dysfunction and whose body knows how to process drugs is 1. I had 3, and also that fentanyl. Still not a pain. I'm still feeling pain. And I'm still conscious. More to the point, I'm 140 centimeters tall and I weigh 50 kilos. This would floor an elephant. I'm a miracle wonder of the world / Keith Richards, worst enemy. So I'm semi-lucid by this point. They've put me on they've managed to get an IV in. They've blown out another 3 veins. I've got they managed to get one through here. They couldn't get through here. They couldn't get through here. My veins are terrible. I've got really tiny little veins, and they were just having no luck with them, because I was dehydrated as well. So what's happened is they've put me on IV antibiotics, and they put me on IV antiemetics, and also put me on IV saline, to hydrate me. They've also, the doctors there were absolutely, and the nurses were beautiful. I didn't have to convince them of everything that was wrong with me, because they had my history. They knew that I had a very high tolerance for medication because my body no longer processes it properly due to the malnutrition. They knew about my history. They knew that I didn't have to convince anyone that I needed meds. I didn't feel like I had to beg for pain meds. I felt like I was being taken seriously the whole time. They gave us, because we ran out of Aquacel, and we were trying to get onto my surgeon because we had no more, and you can only order it. You can't buy it anywhere. And that's the special gauze that eats up sort of like an infection, and we needed more of that. They gave us a ton of, and if it wasn't for if my partner had come home 10 minutes later, or if he had decided to go out later, I wouldn't be here right now. That's how easy this sort of shit is. I would have choked to death in my sleep. But here I am, annoying you all now with a new video, telling you to appreciate every damn second, even if it hurts, because that's how easy it is to get taken away. I'm here. I've got a market stall this weekend. I'm damned if I'm going to die and not be able to do it. I'm going to label all my stuff and sell all this stuff that I've made, and probably wear an awesome outfit. Let's face it. Take this day and hold it, because you don't know how easy it is for it to all go away. My poor partner is traumatized as hell, and when he wakes up finally after his well-earned sleep, I'm going to give him hot chocolate, and I'm going to rub his feet. And I'm going to try and figure out a way that I can say thank you for the 6th time for making sure that I'm still here. It's important. I never thought it was, but for him it is, so it must be important, Even if you don't have a value in yourself, watching someone else value you so highly that they throw their lives on the line to make sure you're okay, that's a big fucking deal. Don't ever take that for granted. I am so fucking lucky. Even if I'm half dead. So, carpe diem. Seize this fucking day. No matter what you do with it, whether it's nothing or everything, it's important that you're here. Keep fighting, kids.